Oh, and ironically, we're right back where we started. um, that God canceled the sin, right?
No, the sin debt.
That's what the Bible, right? That's what it says. The Bible says He canceled the sin debt, right? And so you would agree that Jesus paid the price that we were supposed to pay for that we could never pay.
Yes. Right.
Jesus paid that price, right? He paid the price for sins. Okay? And yet, we have to, in order to, receive salvation so we can benefit from what Christ did, God said that, well, people have to believe and have faith, right? Okay, right? And yet, there are people who do not believe, right? Now, Jesus did say, or not Jesus, but the prophets did say that Jesus would take away the sins of the world. This is what's coming to mind for me. Now, I say this all the time. Now, whether you want to end up where He's going to put all that sin, that's on you. And so that's why I said that.
Wow.
Well,
how narcissistic.
Well, think about it.
How so?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hello? Am I still here? All right. What I want to say was, Jesus really, He is going to take away the sins of the world. He's going to throw it all away.
What's the word world mean?
Well, just bear with me for a second here. Just think about it. You don't have to go where He's going to put all that. He is going to make this world new. He's going to take away sins of the world. He is.
What does the word world mean?
Well, I guess, the world means the whole world. He's going to take away the sins.
What does it mean? Every individual who ever lived, all the nations, the groups?
Yes, every individual.
Yes.
How do you know that's what it means?
Wait a minute. I was going to say, yes, that's what it means. That is the only reason why He could take away the sins of the world, because He paid the price for those sins. That's
so those sins are taken away from everybody, and yet they go to hell also?
Well, yeah, because their sins weren't forgiven.
Oh, so they don't exist, and they're also not forgiven.
Who said they don't exist?
They're canceled. They don't exist. The debt doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
But yet they're not forgiven for something that doesn't exist?
No. Where does it say it doesn't exist?
It's canceled.
Okay, it's canceled. It's paid for.
It's
right?
canceled.
The wages
blotted out, removed. It's not there anymore. It doesn't exist.
Right, it's removed. The wages of sin is death, and He removed that immediate consequence. Right?
No, it doesn't say He removed the immediate consequence. You keep adding and modifying the word.
Okay. Well, here, let me make it clear for you.
Well, I think you're doing that too when you say that, well, what does world exactly mean?
Right,
I'm just asking for clarification, and you guys aren't even able to give me that. You aren't even able to demonstrate that what you believe is true.
Hello? Can y'all hear me? Am I back?
I got to go in 5 minutes, guys. It's getting late for me, but go ahead.
Darn. Can we have a one-on-one
What's that?
Can we have a one-on-one next time?
Sure, man. Let's set it up.
Great. On it. Great. Because I think we could really get
That
far.
would be awesome.
Yeah. So what I want to say real quick was to make it even more clear. Great. Now my mind went blank. That Christ canceled our debt to sin, right? He paid the price, right? So He removed it, right? But yet, our sins need forgiven, right? Not our sins need forgiven, I'm sorry. That we receive salvation when our sins are forgiven, not when they're just canceled out. That's the reason why we're children of wrath.
That's correct. Right? You got it right.
Okay, so the only way that we can have our sins forgiven, even though they're already paid for, is through salvation. So people
through faith.
Can go to hell. Well, through faith, through salvation, things like that. So people are in hell for sins that Christ did pay for. He's going to be blameless at the end of time. But
wait. So they're in hell for sins that don't exist.
Who said they don't exist?
Colossians 2:14 canceled the certificate of debt.
Right. He took them away. He took
It's
away
gone.
the sins. Right. It's gone.
It's gone.
He took,
Doesn't exist.
right.
Okay, great. So how can they go to hell now?
Because they need forgiveness of that.
You're accusing God of unrighteousness. You're saying that God canceled their debt and is also sending them to hell.
Well, no. When God had canceled.
No, we're saying that he's sending them to hell for not accepting the Messiah.
Not accepting them is okay. You don't get it.
Let me say something real quick.
We're never going to not believe, and the elect are always going to believe because God will grant that they believe because He's paid for their sins. He canceled it, so He will sovereignly work that we believe. You guys aren't getting that. What you're doing is saying that God 50